All right, check it out. Thank y'all for tuning in to the university once again. And we're going to be dealing with Deuteronomy 23, verse 1. He that is wounded in the stones or have his private member cut off shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord. Now, we know under common belief and all that, we talking about, they say we're talking about being castrated, emasculated, put yourself in a position where you can't have kids anymore. And once you do this, you should be cut off. All right? That's according to the script, right? So now, let's go to notes to see if that match up. So, it comes to read, basically, on the context of he that is wounded in the stones, right? Which means hard of hearing, okay? It means ears. So he that is wounded in his two ears, right? You see stones have an S on it. In his ears, or have his private member cut off, right? Have his hearing cut off. Has his hearing cut off, shall not enter into the congregation, right, of understanding or full knowledge of the Lord, right? So it shall not enter into the congregation, right, or into the understanding or full knowledge of the Lord. If you can't hear him, how you gonna do what he say? How you gonna know him? Right? That's basically what it's saying. Now, let's deal with what stones are. Stones are hard, solid, non-metal mineral matter that makes rock, especially as a building material. Now, let's deal with a type of rock called ear rocks. Yeah, we have rocks in our ears, y'all. Ear rocks are small crystals of calcium carbonate called odoconia that collect or congregate in the inner ear. If they fall out of place or scatter into the ear canal, they can cause a vertigo or leprosy. Okay? So it says when they spread out, expand into the canal, the ear canal, it could cause vertigo, right? Meaning like dizziness and light skin and unbalance. Stuff like that. That's what vertigo deal with. They say about 20% of all dizziness is due to loose crystals, or ear rocks. They say in the inner ear. Well, I'm sorry, or ear rocks, right? In the inner ear. Okay. Odoconia are biocrystals which couple mechanic or moving forces to the sensory hair cells in the utricle and saccule. A process we must have to sense linear or straight line acceleration and gravity for the purpose of maintaining bodily balance. Okay? What it say? The antoconia are biocrystals, right? which couple mechanic, meaning moving, right? Forces to the sensory hair cells, like it moving the signals. So it needs force in order to move the signals, right? To the hair cells, sensory hair cells. And these sensory hair cells are inside of the cuticle and the saccule. And this is a process we must have in order to sense linear or straight line acceleration and gravity. Like to know that we even exist, like have weight and stuff like that, can move, and the idea of being able to move and balance yourself and all that is directly affected by the ears. Right? It say for the purpose of maintaining bodily balance. So your balance, your standing period is directly related to the ear rocks in your mind. Directly related to it. So balance is directly related to ear rocks, crystals in your ears. Right? So now let's keep going. Where am I at now? It's the let's see, the biocrystals, the acceleration, bodily balance. All right. It say in fish, structurally similar biocrystals called otoliths also mediate balance and hearing. Okay, so it's the same thing in fish. You understand? Called otoconia in humans, and it's called otolith in fish. Now, vertigo is a sensation of whirling and loss of balance associated particularly with looking down from a great height or caused by disease affecting the inner ear or the vestibular nerve, giddiness. So feeling really jitty and all that, like shaky, and like being at when they say being at a great height, looking down from a great height, it kind of reminds me of when Satan or whatever, how they put in the Bible, brought Jesus up to the top of the mountain and had him look down on the cities and all that, on the kingdoms and everything. And whirling basically means spinning. The world, as the world spins. See? And it's from verde, meaning to turn, right? To turn what? The head. Well, sorry, I'm skipping on y'all now. All right, so it's so associated with looking down from a great height, right? Or caused by disease, or caused by disease affecting the inner ear or the vestibular nerve, giddiness. Okay, it's a late Middle English from Latin, whirling, vertere, to turn the head, mind, or senses that seem to spin around, okay, or turn about. From Middle Dutch, wervel, meaning spindle, okay. From Old Norse, meaning circle. From a Germanic base, meaning rotate. Basically, it's like a spinning wheel that's going nowhere, It's running around circles. Like you're running all past what you need to know. See? Now, privy means sharing in the knowledge of something secret or private. Sharing in the knowledge of something secret or private. All right? So the most private part of you is your mind, basically, huh? The inside of you. Now, for example, he was no longer privy to her innermost thoughts. Right? The innermost thoughts is that private thing. Okay? Now, the archaic meaning of privy is hidden or secret. For example, a private, or private place. Like we were saying, like your inner thoughts. Now, congregation means collect, but the original sense was a band or body of people. Okay? Now, we understand that the people, we're talking about thoughts and stuff like that. Collection of hearing words, hearing the collection of words, and talking about all your crystals in your mind, the collection of, that's the congregation of crystals in your mind, in your ears. Okay? Crystals in your ears. Make sure the congregation is together, collected. Because if they not, you're gonna have a hard time hearing, right? They say, okay, the original sense was a band or body of people, right? In the context of Deuteronomy 23:1, this body of people or band are our ear fibers, right? Also called the auditory nerve. It is a bundle of nerve fibers that carry information between the cochlea in the inner ear and the brain. Okay? Cochlea is the spiral cavity of the inner ear holding the organ of Corti that produces nerve signals, right, which is noise, in response or reaction to sound vibrations. Okay? All right? Now, the etymology of the word Lord means bread keeper or loaf of bread, keeper or guard, right? Also related to lady and loaf. Understand that now? So we got the archaic definition, meaning private or place. Then we got the congregation, meaning collect. So you know they were talking about the rocks, they fall out the ears and all that, how it's gonna knock y'all balance and this and this and that. And then they say the original sense, original sense of the word was a band, like something coming together, right? Or a body of people. Okay. So basically these rocks can be considered like people, the people. So in the context of Deuteronomy 23:1, this body of people or band are our ear fibers. Okay? These are the ones that hearing. They're doing the hearing, the fibers. The rocks are there to keep the balance and all that. You know what I'm saying? Send even message. They get to the ear fibers, right? Then the ear fibers is called the auditory nerve. It is a bundle of fibers that carry information between the cochlea in the inner ear and the brain. Okay? Cochlea is the spiral cavity of the inner ear holding the organ of Corti that produces nerve signals, right? Which is like noise in response or reaction, cause and effect, right? To sound vibrations. Now, the etymology of the word Lord means bread keeper or loaf of bread, keeper or guard, also related to lady. So understand, If your ears don't work, you ain't making no action. It causes you to do something. It causes you to respond or react. It causes you to do something. See? It causes you to do something. So, organ of core T, let's check that out right quick, see what it look like. That's your organ of core T. The organ of core T is an organ of the inner ear located within the cochlea, which contributes to audition, right? Audition means action. The organ of core T includes 3 rows of outer hair cells and 1 row of inner hair cells. Okay? Audition, right? It causes you to audition. Audition causes you to do something. See? Perform and audition. The abilities and skills to be able to perform something. All right? So audition means hear. Okay? They say in the 16th century, in the sense, power of hearing or listening. So we're dealing with the power of hearing and listening. Y'all know it was power in hearing, power in listening. Okay? It's power in this. So y'all, what this look like real quick. 3 hair cells deal, okay? Abstract. In the mammalian auditory system, the 3 rows of outer hair cells located in the cochlea are thought to increase the displacement amplitude of the organ of Gordy. However, the degree of decrease in the cochlear amplification caused by such functional losses remain unclear. Okay, so letting you know these 3 hairs, or 4, or the last one with the 4, but it's 3 together. If these 3 don't come together, right, these 3 rows ain't on the same page. Okay, you ain't gonna be able to get them act out the message. You ain't gonna hear. You ain't gonna hear the message. You ain't gonna hear what's going on. So they work as amplifiers, as you can see. And amplifying, make you hear it louder. People know what amps are. Make something louder. Make a small sound loud. See? So that's what we're doing with the 3 rows of hair rows of outer hair cells that's inside your ear. You see? All right. So let me see what else I got open for you. Articonia. Let y'all see what that look like right quick. So these are the rocks that's inside your ears. So you got the articonia right here. You got the gel membrane. You have hairs. These the hairs they were talking about. These the hair sensory hair cells. See? And the nerve fibers. So these nerve fibers, sensory hair cells. Then you got the hairs that's coming out of the hair cells, right? And then you got the articonia and the gel membrane. So all the blue inside is the gel membrane. All these little things right here, they're swimming. Look like they're swimming in the gel, ain't it? Wow. That's the otoconia. So we are even balancing ourselves in water, basically. Water balances us. Okay, listen. Then you got the hairs, right? So these hairs are moving and everything when they getting the signal. And then it's sending this signal to the sensory hair cells. And then it's sending it to the nerve fibers. Or the other way around, right? Yeah, but y'all see what's going on with that picture. So now, this is the Coachella, the spiral cavity they was talking about. You know what I'm saying? You see how it's spiraling around? Yeah, that's that. Okay? And that's, again, you can see the rocks inside your ear. And you see it's saying it's coming from right here, is up here, which is your dark cells, utricle and sagittal down here. You have your dark cells, you have utricle, you have sacral. But they call it dark cells. It's all around it, you see? Wow, is that the black cells? That a thing kind of exclusive? Okay, anyway. So y'all see what that look like. All right. Now, I think I gave y'all enough for today, man. Real for real. I think I gave y'all enough to really, really look into how important the ear is. All right. And why when we speak about the Bible, we talk they talk about the ear so much. You see what I'm saying? Like being able to they talk about hearing so much. You see? The whole thing is about being able to hear the word of God and follow his commandments. That's what the whole book is about. Can you hear what thus says the Lord and act on it in righteousness, you know what I mean, in purity and love and, you know, can you, it's the kingdom of heaven within you or not? You understand? Y'all get what I'm going with this. But this ear thing is very deep. Just like your eyes is deep, just like every part of your body is deep. But understand how deep the ears are. And what the snail represents. All that kind of stuff. Represents your ear. You understand? And that look like some type of instrument that they play. I don't know what it is, but I forgot. It's serious business, y'all. It's serious business. So let's get back to what we started at with this, right? So that you can understand now the scripture when it says, he that is wounded in the stones or have his private member cut off shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord. All right. Now y'all understand how it's saying, yeah, you can't get into understanding. You can't get into the fold of the understanding, you know, of yourself. Right? They say a bastard shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord, right? Like a father, right? Like a person that guides you. You ain't got no guide, you can't make it in. You see? You don't know where to go. Don't know what to do. He say a bastard shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord. Even to his 10th generation shall he not enter into the congregation of the Lord, right? An Ammonite and an Moabite shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord, right? Even to the 10th generation shall they not enter into the congregation of the Lord. Because they met you not with bread and with water in the way when you came forth out of Egypt, and because they hired against thee Balaam, the son of Beor, or of Pethor, of Mesopotamia, to curse thee. Right? Nevertheless, the Lord, thy God, would not hearken unto Balaam. But the Lord, thy God, did what? Turn the curse into a blessing unto thee, because the Lord thy God loved thee. Thou shalt not seek their peace, nor their prosperity, all the days, forever. All right? You got to make yourself prosperous. You got to become abundant for you. You got to create your own path. Or go chasing another man is what it's trying to say. Right? So we're going to get into all this in a later video. But I don't want to get off track for what I'm saying. And y'all know it's going to get deep. We're going to deal with the Ammonites. We're going to deal with the Moabites. We're going to see what all that means, right? We're going to deal with what bastard means and all that. We're going to deal with the Balaam. We're going to deal with, Peor and all that, the bread and the water. But yeah, it gets deep. All right? But don't be letting nobody tell you that we talking about cutting off your real penis. No, we talking about cutting off your mind, all that. You know what I mean? By definition, it explains all that too. We talking about castration, emasculation. Man, look. Okay, let me go. Yeah, let me close out with that. Let me close out with castration. Let me define castrate for y'all right quick. Let y'all know it's not a game. That the magic spells to have you thinking about. We talk about cutting off your real penis, which you really are, which we really are, right? But understand me. Look at what we're talking about, right? So castrate mean what, right? It means remove the testicles of a male or animal or a man, which we know that already, huh? We know that. Another definition, a man or animal whose testicles have been removed. Now let's see what they hide. Click on that arrow right there, right? Go on back up. Let's see what they hide. Let's see what they hide. Look, why they didn't show this the first time? Huh? Y'all see how they was hiding it? Why didn't they show that the first time when I looked the word up? I had to click on the little arrow. You understand? What did I say? What did I say? Deprive of power, vitality, or vigor. That's what it said. Anybody cutting off nobody's damn penis. But your penis is your power, your vitality, and your vigor. That's what's being deprived. That's what we call it, oppression, slavery, deprivation of freedom. You understand? Right? Being deprived of your power, your vitality, which is your life force, right? Or your vigor, your courage. Come on, man. Being emasculated. Emasculated don't have to be just no penis stuff, right? Deprive a man of his male role or identity. Oh, this is deep. This is deep. Men, let's stand up, man. The goal is to deprive us from our male role or identity. You understand? Do you understand? Right? The archaic definition, castrate a man or male animal. But we thinking, oh, we talking about desexualizing them, asexualizing. Yeah, we talking about that, all right. Yes, we talking about that too. But we actually got these boys switching it out, being gay and everything else. So yes, we're talking about all the above for sure. But that all starts with the mind. Can't get to your body until your mind get tampered with first. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Y'all see what the first definition of man of emasculate means. Deprive a man of his male role or identity. Okay? Then we get to castrating the man in the old sense and all that, right? Make someone or something weaker or less effective. Come on now. Remove the anthers from a flower, okay? So it's letting you know a flower can be emasculated. But look, make someone or something weaker or less effective. I'm telling you, that's the whole goal against you. Weaken, debilitate, enfeeble, enervate. Listen, I wasn't even planning on going all the way over here with y'all with this. I guess it's necessary. It all goes hand in hand. But they right here telling y'all, yeah, it say emasculation all day long in the NIV. But people thinking about real castration, and I'm sick of them. Like that's the whole thing. That ain't the whole of it, man. You can't get to the castration until it gets to the mind. All right. So early 17th century, from Latin, emasculate, castrated, from the verb emascular, from ill, variant of expressing a change of state, okay? Plus male, changing the state of a male, changing your state of mind. This word came about in 1600s, okay? This specific word came in 1600s, the emasculate. But it always been emasculate, meaning castrated in Latin. You know what I'm saying? And it became emasculate in the sense that we talking about when it comes to like cutting off the penis and stuff like that. But anyway, y'all already see what it definitely meant. I see what it meant already. I don't need to go no farther, really. Honest. If that ain't simple and plain for you, I really don't know what it is. I don't know how much more simple and plain it can get. You understand? Let's see something. I don't know if I want to go all through that. I don't need to do that. I ain't gonna do that right now. But anyway, I just wanted to show y'all that, man. So it's all about hearing, all about listening. It's all about them trying to decapitate you. All right? So until next time, I holler at you. Peace.